In this lesson, we'll be learning how to work with video inside of Adobe Photoshop. I've got a finished file here with some of the main features working with the timeline in Photoshop, and let me just run this and maybe talk through it a little bit, then we'll start a new file from scratch. As you can see here, I've got a timeline in Photoshop, which is a fairly new addition once we were allowed to work with video in Photoshop. So let me just play this back. I'll just rewind to the beginning here and hit the play button and let you see what I've constructed so far.
Yes.
Okay, so a fairly short piece, obviously. Let me just go through the timeline here, and then I'll talk about the layers a little bit. Then we will actually build this up again from scratch, as I said. Looking over at the timeline here, I do have my set of playback controls up at the top here. I've got a audio on-off switch. I've got a split at playhead feature, which we'll get into shortly. And we actually have our transitions under this button right here, which is our fades and our cross dissolves and so on. Over to the right a bit more, we actually have our timeline. And it is time-based, of course. And it has a number of tracks in it. There are various types of tracks. Let me start at the bottom, I guess, here. We have what are called audio tracks, which will drop in our own unique audio to accommodate the video edits that we're going to do. Then we have another type of track called a video group. That allows us to put on various different clips onto the same track and edit the timing of those. And you can see them over here actually in the layers under video group, and I could collapse this or expand it. Very similar to our layer groups, but it manifests itself on a single track when we're looking at it in the timeline. Then I have unique video tracks on their own layers, if you will, in the timeline here, and they are the equivalent to the layers in the layers panel over on the right hand side here.